don't know what he's going to be when it comes to, what's going to be your production, and he's a rookie. So I still have a little bit of concern at the edge position of, like, where are you going to get your sacks from, or are you going to be a team like you were last year that's going to have to blitz a lot?
I was talking to Mego on the Big Dog Show this weekend, Wiggy, and she is concerned that Draymond Jones isn't even going to give you like what Caleb Von Chason gave you last year. And if that's the case, then I don't know where you're getting pass rush from. Like,
Right.
that is a
From the
massive
defense.
concern.
Yeah, because you got to look at your best pass rusher last year, just numbers-wise, was Harold Landry. And I think he had 8.5 or something along those lines. And he probably got half of those through, like, the first 4 or 5 weeks of the season, and then they kind of fell off. So when you start to look and you go, all right, the interior guys, Milton Williams, a great player, but he's never going to be, an Aaron Donald guy who's going to have double-digit sacks. So where are you going to get pressure from? Where are you going to get consistent pressure from where those other teams are going to have to be like, oh, we need to know where this guy is on the field all that time. Or it's 3rd and 8. Hey, we're going to be able to get home. We're going to be able to get pressure and not give the offense another opportunity to pick up a first down. That's where
I think your strength is in your secondary. I think your second year of the middle linebacker he brought in from that came on our show on Fridays. Spillane is elite. I like the scheme that they have, and I trust Vrabel and his defense to be able to get pressure on quarterbacks when they have to. I think Wiggy's right. It is their biggest weakness, but I'm not concerned about it damaging the season. I
don't think it's going to damage the season, but I will be a factor in how far you go. And we have Ty Law in there every Tuesday, and he'll tell you the best corner in the world can only cover for so long. Sooner or later, if you don't get pressure, that offensive guy is going to get open because the DB is going to be now trying to be attached as long as he can. He might peek in the backfield to see what's going on. The quarterback breaks containment. So the best corners can only cover for so long. You look at these teams that win championships consistently, they're able to get pressure.
You're listening to the best of the Greg Hill Show.
The Greg Hill Show.
Coming up at 6, it's the Greg Hill Show live on WEEI.
Men, erectile dysfunction can affect much more than just your sex life. It can create stress in relationships, lead to feelings of anxiety or embarrassment, and impact your overall confidence and well-being. This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health, and we specialize in treating men's sexual health issues. ED is a frustrating condition, and many recommend a plan designed for you. And these advanced medical therapies work, with treatments having success rates of well over 90%, which means you and the one you love can have great sex again without the fear and worry of ED. You can even last up to an hour or more, and you may just find you're performing like you haven't in years. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 617-793-5000 or go to northeastmenshealth.com. We have 7 offices, including our new office in Bridgewater.
Allstate is Massachusetts' trusted auto insurer, protecting cars across the state, from Boston to the Berkshires. We're by your side when you need us most, providing you with affordable auto coverage you can rely on. So switch to Allstate today, and you could save an average of $713 on auto insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate. Based on the national average annual savings for new customers surveyed in 2024, savings vary, subject to terms and availability.
The U.S. Treasury just released its official financial report for 2025. Buried in it is a startling admission. By its own numbers, it appears the U.S. government is insolvent. When governments go this deep in debt, they print money, raise taxes, or cut benefits, none of which can help protect you. That's why people move part of their savings into physical gold and silver. Call Monetary Gold at 877-NOW-GOLD for their complimentary gold and silver guide. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD.
Gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for buying gas. That's right. You can earn cash back with Upside just for buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside, and just last year, I made nearly $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway.
problem for some on this show.
Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for...
Broadcasting from 20 Guest Street, kid.
Woo! It's go, 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 go time.
This is the Greg Hill Show.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Tick, tick, boom.
Starring Greg Hill.
When are we going to do our pickleball? The audience wants it.
Oh, do they? You suggested to me that we call it Pickle Fest, which I didn't. I didn't really think that was that's not really the title I want.
With Wiggy.
But before the boyfriend.
I feel like Wiggy's 2 minutes away from posting some kind of AI hot dog video about your cousin. Your cousin Brooke.
I always wonder.
Easy there, Tiger.
And Courtney.
I don't like. So now it's like, all right, you can just.
You are a mean neighbor.
No, it's not a mean neighbor.
Yeah,
it's my
a grumpy Gillis. That's what I would call you, grumpy Gillis. Wiggy.
And Curtis.
There's somebody texting in who says they never leave their home without their travel spoon. They have a plastic spoon, or maybe it's metal.
Good job.
Lindsay,
That's
what Lindsay refers to you as.
And Shime.
What do they call what the hell they put on their Brussels
sprouts?
Something like that. They put coleslaw on it. Yeah, they do.
Sauerkraut?
Sauerkraut, that's it. Sauerkraut, thank you. Sauerkraut.
So every day you're higher than the day before. It's the most amazing thing to me. I don't know how a human being can get this high.
Now,
let's get down to business.
It's time to party.
It's time for the Greg Hill Morning Show.
Good morning.
Morning, everybody.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning, my neighbors.
On Boston Sports Original.
WEEI. Got my people.
WEEI.
When I say Greg Hill and you say show, Greg Hill. Greg Hill. Show. Greg Hill. Show. All right.
Woo! It's go, 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 go time.
Well, that didn't work. So here we go. Greg, Wiggy, and Mego are with you now. Here you go.
Tick, tick, boom.
What's going on, everybody?
Good morning.
What up, what up?
Well, Red Sox continue to roll. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but they win game after game after game. A bashing of the White Sox last night. Curtis, good morning.
Hey, Greg, how are you? Happy Wednesday.
Yes, almost Friday, but two more days.
Your favorite day of the week.
Well,
Hump
I
day.
mean, I also like Saturday.
Is that because of the Big Dog Show?
Sunday, too much pressure. You got to get everything ready to go back to work. Sunday, not a great day, but I love Fridays.
But isn't this the best time of year? Because as the sunlight is slightly waning, as the summer is slowly coming to an end, you have the Saturday, Sundays of the fall just beckoning. Like,
certainly
college game day,
yes,
the smell of grilling, the tailgates, the football.
Yeah, football makes it all palatable.
Yeah.
I get depressed.
You and me both.
When summer starts to end. So does Coach.
Yeah. Because like the cold weather's right around the corner. It'd be one thing maybe if we lived in Florida, you're like, all right, you know what?
But the fall is beautiful.
That's
why you live in New England.
To get what?
Fall.
2 months? 1 month?
Oh, but it's so, the leaves changing, the apple cider donuts, the crisp fall air. It's beautiful. That's why I live in New England. Right
For the
there.
leaves.
Not the leaves,
Well,
just the vibes.
And the apple cider.
The vibes.
Yeah, I'm good. You can keep your fall, because right after fall comes winter, and then winter's for like 4 months, 5 months.
And it's miserable.
Miserable.
And we are going to be dealing with, Curtis, I don't think you brought this up yet, but dealing this winter with the Super Nina.
El Nino.
No, it's a super. It's
Right, Super El Nino. Yeah, it's one of the bigger El Ninos we've had.
Yeah,
but that's good news.
Hence probably why they call it the super one. We may get double the snow that we got last season.
It makes it warmer.
Now, I've seen reporting of. Listen, I don't want to veer into your lane, but I have seen reporting that because the El Nino leads to the water temperature being.
If it's El, it's Nino.
Yeah, El Nino.
Thank you.
Raises the water temperature on the West Coast.
The Pacific Ocean, that's what it's referring to. Yep.
Which can then
the world's largest ocean.
Which can then therefore lead us to experience more precipitation, which would be snow here. But
right.
I don't want to worry about that until we get to that point.
Well, Ryder and I are already on record less than 33 at Brady International this winter, but that could change. You know, I was told a couple years ago that we were never going to be able to live on the eastern seaboard of the U.S. because of hurricanes. Bupkis. Can I take it back to baseball just for a second?
Yeah.
So the Red Sox have been around for at least 20 years, right? They've been around for a while?
Yeah, long time.
Okay.
Yes.
The greatest 34-game stretch in the history of the franchise has been since June 25th. They are 29-5. Since June, so in the history of baseball in Boston, not the Braves, your team, the Red Sox, 34 games, they are 29-5. They have never done better in 34 games. In their last 40 games, dating back to June 19th, we need to find out when that road show was in Hull. But since June 19th, they have played 40 games. They've won 32.
And there really can be no Cam Newton easy schedule argument. They're beating teams that are over 500.
Yeah.
Over and over and over again. So
we thought the All-Star break came at the wrong time. Maybe it was going to cool them off. They've had 18 games since the All-Star break. They've won 15.
Yeah, they are. I mean, and especially the way it all started and just like the turmoil, the roller coaster ride of what was going on, the firing of Alex Cora. This team, we were talking about this team could set the record for most losses, and then to hear that from what you were just saying, Kurt, it's like this team has been spectacular.
Are we accepting listener feedback?
Yeah, always.
We are on the Subaru of New England, Texas.
I enjoy it.
I'm going to need more on this, but hello and good morning to a 401 texter from Rhode Island who says, here we go. Another effing 4 hours of this. Is that Red Sox talk? We could switch. I mean, I'm very excited about the Boston Red Sox. I don't know how you aren't either. But the Patriots have a walkthrough today, close to the public. Wiggy, maybe you could take us through a walkthrough.
Right.
From start to finish a little bit later.
Probably do that
if you could.
Yeah, I could take you down that rabbit hole if you'd like. I don't think there's anything special that's going to come out of a walkthrough today. But I mean, it's
maybe that text was intended for his wife and not us.
That could be. It could be sent it to the wrong number.
I mean, there's nothing bad you could say about the Red Sox. There's nothing bad you could say about what this team has been able to do. You got to give Bresbot a ton of credit. He added the pieces that he wants. John Henry is somebody that it seems like, hey, we're going to do whatever it takes to compete for a World Series this year. They've beaten not only, every and anybody, but you just came off a series where you swept the best team in Major League Baseball in the Dodgers in L.A. So I don't really know, what people want. I mean, this team is legit. There's, nothing you could say about this team that you'd go, oh, I'm concerned. Though. This team, the expectations for me is like I said, the ALCS. This team has shown that they can compete with anybody. They should get to the World Series.
I mean, yes, they absolutely should.
Do I get credit for that prediction even though I've waffled on it 16 times?
No, you do not.
Well, you could go back, Curtis.
No, it's okay.
You can pivot. You could absolutely pivot.
Well, I don't think I think a lot of people will like Curtis. I had them, making a deep run into the postseason. I know, Curtis, you had them getting to the World Series at the beginning of the season. But going into the year, we debated this and we had conversations about it. We thought that they had the talent, and then it was probably just a combination of guys not performing to the level that they were supposed to be performing to. And then Alex Cora.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, the investment or just where he was going is as far as how he was managing the team early in the year.
Obviously, I wasn't here when the Alex Cora situation happened, but to go from spring training when you guys were down in spring training and I was talking to you from here while you were down there to then Alex Cora being let go, to me, I was like, this team's a mess. They need to start from the studs, fire everybody, John Henry, sell the team. Right. And to see the turnaround they've been able to make just from then, to have John Henry have people now rooting for him is a turnaround I don't know if I've ever seen from any other sport in Boston.
Yeah. I don't know if you can go that far when it comes to rooting for John Henry.
Oh. But the turnaround, you've lived longer than I have.
It's one of the great turnarounds in sports. It has to be.
I don't think there was ever.
There's not an equal in season for a team like this in my lifetime that I can even point to.
Weren't they were they 14 games under 500 at one point?
Yeah, we literally were talking about them being the worst team in the history of the franchise.
Right.
And then without a major trade, while still having the same interim manager they had for a month, they are now being discussed in historic fashion as one of the great teams in the history of the team.
Yeah.
In a 6-week span.
Right. And nobody was like, we all had them dead. Like, this team stinks. It's horrible. Like you said, Courtney, people were like, sell the team. It was just like, this team is horrendous. No one was like, well, they're playing well and this and that. The only person that kind of said that was me when I had my leads about how they did against good teams or whatever. But that was way, way back earlier in the season. And ever since I said, hey, man, they got to go on 8 in a row to get me back in. And you said, you know what? I'll go on a run. If they do that, they have.
Don't bring that up, please. That's, yes.
But that's, think about it. That's when they just been like, lights out.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I mean, I feel like I'm more likely to go on a run than this team is.
Oh, jeez.
I'm waiting for the Red Sox to approve it. It has to be at Fenway Park. And when they say yes, I will be over there and I will do it. And we can talk to Craig Breslow about that and everything else tomorrow morning when he is on this show. So in the meantime, we are going to get to our leads coming up at 6:20. So 10 minutes away, 8 minutes away, something like that. And then they set it at 7:15. And that includes what Ron Harper Jr. said about giving up his number for Paul George and what a new member of the Boston Red Sox said about this team and being here in this city and all of that coming up during They Said It. The news with Courtney at 8 and, of course, Hill Notes at the end of today's show. And you can leave one on any topic, and we'll play the best ones back at 9:30.
And, Greg, good morning to our friends across the street, figuratively. Are they going to steal any more of your hot takes today?
Was
your,
there
your scoop?
Yeah,
scoop
was there
stealing?
was there scoop snaking going on yesterday?
Abundant.
And then people were picking up the story later on in the day and saying that it originated across the street.
Well, that's not right.
I said my guy Greg knew about this little golf threesome this morning at 7 a.m.
I said, did I not talk about it on this very radio show yesterday?
Final segment of the show, I believe.
I was talking about how Steph Curry and Jason Tatum and the former president of the United States, Barack Obama, were golfing yesterday.
Yeah, on the vineyard.
I mean, scoop here.
That is major scoop.
I mean, first of all, can we just acknowledge that there's really no competition anymore when it comes to the scoop master here at the radio station? No offense, Rich.
Nah, you're like scoop god now.
I am scoop god.
Yeah,
and scoop after scoop after scoop.
Yeah, big ones too.
Sometimes with chocolate sauce on the bottom scoop. But
sprinkles guy.
Yeah, I don't know, Curtis. And also, Curtis, did you feel like you were led astray on the Boston College?
I have
You're gonna get
shirt. That'll be my lead today.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
We'll get
last time I do something nice.
Yeah, man.
We'll get to that during Curtis's lead.
God,
Two sources you need, right? Is that what it is? Scoop god?
With regard to Boston
I didn't have a scoop. I was just defending someone.
And their broadcast team. So that will be coming up as well. And we'll get going with leads in exactly 2 minutes on today's Greg Hill Show.
getting born in the state of Mississippi. Papa was a copper and the mama was a hippie. In Alabama, she was swinging a hammer. Price you gotta pay when you break the panorama. She never knew that there was anything more than gold. What in the world does your company take me for? Black bandana, sweet Louisiana, robbing on a bank in the state of Indiana. She's a runner, rebel and a stunner. On the merry way saying, baby, what you gonna? Looking down the barrel of a hot metal 45. Just another way to survive. California, rest in peace.
Red Sox with absolute beatdown. The White Sox at Fenway, 14-2, the final last night, and you can talk about that all day long here on Boston's Sports Original, WEEI. Wiggy, I saw your guy, Bean Shooter,
all right,
double down on the social media on Roman Anthony yesterday.
Yeah.
And he brought receipts.
Oh, yeah.
Did you happen to
No, I
see?
didn't see that, but I
Okay.
know Roman Anthony is the enemy to Bean Shooter.
Yeah.
So
Bean Shooter resurrected the video that he took of Roman Anthony at Loco in Southie at 1 a.m.
hanging out
on Marathon Monday, the morning after Marathon Monday. And then he shared the receipt of the DM asking him to remove the video,
I saw that,
from the social media.
Yeah.
So
never do that.
Yeah.
Never send that DM.
Really? No. Oh, that's it.
Because you're just giving them the receipts that they need.
And
There is something salacious.
and you're from Lowell, and you know how Bean Shooter
Oh, yeah.
rolls. Hey,
Yeah, I
you
would not
cross
mess with
him,
Bean Shooter.
it's on and popping.
Yeah.
What? I want to see this. What's his? I'm trying to find him on Twitter.
Bean Shooter.
I don't know if he's on Twitter, Curtis.
Oh, I thought you said Twitter.
Yeah.
No, he's on
Instagram.
IG.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up right
Yeah,
now.
so
He's
he
also
went-
probably not on your favorite social media platform, Facebook.
Yeah.
He's probably
Hey, it's making a comeback. I love the 60-year-old saying I'm old. Okay, here we go. Bean Shooter.
He went ham. I think it's one of the videos. It should be in like his, not his stories, but his regular
Ooh,
post.
he follows me. What a nice gentleman. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll find it.
He goes ham.
Well, I mean, that was just one night out. I mean, and who
Just one
doesn't,
night.
honestly, who doesn't celebrate Marathon Monday?
I mean, a
it's
lot of people.
It's the official arrival of spring in
Yeah.
our city. Like,
Well, you
why
got to
would-
remember, Bean Shooter started at the Greg Hill Foundation for Marathon Monday.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He started off with us at Capitol Grill, and then he was out with Roman Anthony,
Yeah.
apparently. The one night that Roman Anthony was out.
Yeah.
But Red Sox should
But,
get...
we all agree that's why he's in Florida, right?
The more this evidence comes out, the more I feel like that must be what it is.
Tell me another great athlete that gets sent to the Homewood Suites in Fort Myers in the middle of the season.
Yeah. It's probably, it has, I mean, there's really no other explanation. I don't buy the small training room.
No.
For Roman Anthony, they would build him a new one.
Yeah, right.
I still lean towards it's out of sight, out of mind, because when he is here, if he does even go out for a minute, it's going to be pictures. It's going to be people saying this.
You don't think people in Fort Myers, Florida, if he were out, are taking pictures of him out?
I don't know.
We haven't heard anything about him
probably
since he's been down there.
Yeah, because he's probably locked down there and not. But I mean, I'm sure if he were going out, people in Florida know who Roman Anthony is.
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know
Fort
about that,
Myers,
Greg.
like we've all been there.
Yeah.
Where is he really going out either?
Right,
like
exactly.
Twin Peaks. Oh, R.I.P. Right? Twin Peaks is no longer. I think like if you're Roman Anthony, you can get away with a hell of a lot more in Fort Myers than here.
Right, and he's probably, I bet all his buddies and people he knows are all up here. So going down there, it's like to Courtney's point, like where are you going and who you going out with? So I think it's out of sight, out of mind. We're really, we don't really talk about Roman Anthony like that. I mean, we do talk about him, but there's no pictures of him popping up anywhere.
So if you're the Red Sox, do you question at this point bringing him back? Is there a concern that he comes back here and affects the I don't want to call it vibe, but the clubhouse and the way guys are dedicated to their craft, and is he, at game ends and he's like, hey fellas, let's head out and grab ourselves a couple Miller Lights. Like, I mean, is there a concern?
No, there's no concern as long as you bring him back. And I believe if you're going to bring him back, you're not bringing him back as an everyday player. So he's just the guy that's going to,
I think Greg's asking more about the off field and the vibes.
No, I don't think so, because I think he's not going to be if they bring him back, I don't think he's going to be somebody that's going to be playing all the time and people are going to count on. So if he's out and about, if he has a night where he doesn't perform well,
you're completely missing what I'm talking about. What is it, Shai?
No, my thought was that, like, yes, they're gonna bring him back, and they're going to tell him, look, we shipped out Marcelo Meyer because we didn't like the off-field stuff. That's a cautionary tale to you. If you keep that up and don't invest yourself fully in this team, you could be next. And so I think they use that almost as a scared straight tactic. Yeah. And they're like, hey, you need to fit in, otherwise we're just going to move on.
Yeah, I feel like the way the organization has handled this, we talked often, given the way in which Sam Kennedy referred to you as Dr. Hill and the injured ring finger. We asked if Roman would sign the deal again. Do you think the Red Sox would do this deal again?
I think they might think twice about it.
I would
certainly.
say hell no.
Yeah, you would say they would not do the Roman Anthony deal.
And my question is, how did you not know about all these things that, to sort of side with Wiggy here, you knew Roman Anthony better than anybody. If you had an issue with how he was behaving off the field, then why'd you give him an 8-year, $130 million fully guaranteed contract?
But maybe he was not acting that way before he got that.
Do you really think, and this is me personally, I don't know the guy, but I don't think he's a real problem off the field. I think this is a media creation.
I don't think it's a problem either. And I think if I was in his shoes, I'd be doing the same exact thing. It doesn't seem like he's a bad dude. He's not getting in trouble with law.
I never said he's getting in trouble.
No, but why do you think he's DMing? If that's true, and the organization has no concern, why is he DMing Bean Shooter and saying, can you please take the video down?
Because the picture that we painted of him, of being a potty animal, is probably the reasoning why, right? We painted this picture of him.
That was Marathon Monday. That was long before anybody was talking about him going out.
No. He went out his first year.
You bring up the same thing over and over
that's
again.
Where it started.
One video of him and others walking at Jetty's Beach to Sandbar on Nantucket.
But that's where it all started.
And entering this season, everybody said, me included, he was an MVP candidate. Nobody was saying he was a partier.
No, I'm not saying, but you're missing the point. But that's where the whole persona of him being a go out on the town.
No, it's not where it started at all.
That's where it started for me. I don't know.
Oh, well, then maybe you started the whole thing a year ago then.
That's the point that we talked about. We talked about him being outside, him being in the seaport, him being at Nantucket with all these girls, and now all of a sudden we're like, so when did it didn't start at Marathon Monday?
It started after he got hurt and didn't come back. Is exactly when it started. That's exactly what.
Okay, well, if that's the way you want to believe it, I don't believe that.
Okay, I don't know why you're getting so upset.
No,
about
I'm not getting
just,
upset.
You are.
You're saying your point to be fact. No, I'm not. And I'm saying my point to be fact. So it is what it is.
We did talk a little bit last season, when Greg spotted him out in the seaport with the girls, but it was more about
who's he dating?
He's dating.
Yeah,
that wasn't about. But it wasn't a drinking thing.
I never said it was a drinking thing. I'm saying it was him.
There's no reason to yell.
No, but you keep putting words in my mouth.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying
you said it was a drinking thing.
No, I'm sorry, a partying thing. Like when Greg brought him up last season, because I remember us having this discussion. We were like, Greg, don't throw him under the bus.
Yeah,
the guy's
he was
single.
walking with a girl. He was on a nice walk
in the morning.
On a Saturday morning with a lovely young lady.
Yeah, but there was no talk about him being outside, going to Loco every night. This season, it just kind of jumped the shark, where it was like, Roman Anthony can't stay inside.
So then that was just we never talked about him being.
You're talking about him being a lady killer.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well,
what he needs is a guy. Whenever he's going to go out, Curtis, he needs somebody to throw him in the laundry cart, deliver him in the back door of the place. He can pop out, have a couple Coronas, and then get back in the cart, and nobody will know anything.
He needs a Zima guy.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think Bean Shooter would be able to get him no matter where he was entering.
Find this thing.
I gotta find these DMs.
We'll get it for you.
Yeah, it's a video he does, and then he posts the DM on the video.
Yeah. Okay. All right, we have got to take a quick break. We are going to take the temperature down, and we will be back with leads, including one from Shime. Shime, tease on your lead this morning, perhaps?
Yeah, it's the Red Sox, man. We're sticking socks here, but maybe it's a way for you to make some cash, maybe a little extra cheddar.
Okay, we'll get to that, and more leads next.
This is the Greg Hill Show. Time now for The Lead.
Baby, do you understand me now? Sometimes I feel a little mad. But don't you know that no one alive can always be an angel? When things go wrong, I seem to be bad. But I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood.
Sean, that's a great one. Eric Burden and the Animals, and Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood. That is the lead song chosen by Shime today. Leads are brought to you by Subaru of New England. With so much to love, don't miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event. It's going on right now, and you can find your local authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Hello, Shime.
Hey, Greg, good morning. I was going to do another football lists lead.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Enough lists.
Yeah, it was a compiled survey.
Let's get some snaps that count going, please. I'm done with lists.
I like where your head's at, Greg. Drake May still a top 10 quarterback, but Curtis had mentioned how he's been waffling off his Red Sox World Series take all season. Now he's firmly back on it. Well, Curtis, it's time to put your money where your mouth is, because even though they are the hottest team in baseball, and as you pointed out, they've been, 29-5 over their last 34?
Yeah, in the 15-year history of the Red Sox, it's their best 34-year stretch of all time.
So they've
34-game stretch.
29 of their last 34, and they're still 15-1 to win the World Series. They just swept the Dodgers, absolutely crushed them, and they have been beating the crap out of teams with winning records. They've been dominating the Yankees. They've been dominating the White Sox. They dominated the Dodgers, the Rays, you name it. They've kicked their ass. And so I don't see this stopping anytime soon. You got to see Eric Miller. Granted, it was only against one hitter last night, but he came out, struck out his only batter he faced, and took himself off the mound like a hoss. And now I think this is the perfect opportunity to strike on the Red Sox. It seems like they are for real. The winning streak wasn't a fluke. They've done it now over 34 games. They have been legitimately good. 15-1 is still great odds. I love the Sox to win the World Series here.
Okay, so maybe lay a couple trumps on the Sox to win it all.
Yeah, Trump, C-notes, however you approach your cash.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Bitcoin, if you're still in the metaverse, whatever,
All right, Chime, thank you. Curtis, good morning.
Good morning, Greg, and good morning to Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, where I love deeply the great Boston College. My first love was BC sports. Tom Coughlin, the Boston College football team led by your friend Pete Kendall, as they upset the number one Notre Dame Fighting Irish in 1993 in South Bend.
I thought your first love was the drums when you were in a band in England.
That was years later.
Okay.
My dad was from the Bronx.
Okay.
And so he didn't like the Red Sox. He was not a Boston sports fan. He was actually an academic, like a loser. Anyway, so my love of sports was derived from the Boston College Tom Coughlin-led team in the early 90s. And I am done sticking my neck out. I just officially, it began with the lacrosse team on the North Shore, and it ends with Kevin Collins and Boston College.
Now, does this count when it comes to the weather forecast and the window world of Boston weather window? Will you still be sticking your neck outside the weather window?
Let me rephrase. Unless I'm paid,
okay.
I will not stick my neck out for you. So I got a nice email from Kevin Collins, who was a guy that was a nice guy to work with years ago. Candidly, I don't really know when and where we worked. I was probably drunk. But Kevin Collins was fired by Boston College as the longtime radio voice for the Eagles basketball team. And while I may have reservations about how this was done and how Luke Murray's new administration began, I should have spoken with Luke Murray and the athletic director and the people at Boston College that undoubtedly would have returned my call. And to be fair, I have not heard anything from Boston College. This is all on my own. I've not. Nobody at the radio station. Nobody's told me to do anything. Kevin Collins was fired and unearthed, I don't know if they're deleted or tweets came up where he was very critical of Luke Murray in the hiring process. And so if I am Luke Murray and I am entering this new opportunity and I have a person who's going to be calling my games on the radio, which we all agree is a friendly atmosphere, no matter where you are, then I may want to bring in my own guy and not someone that's been very critical of what I've been saying or what I've been doing. I don't know whether there's like the Nepo baby one, which for me was personally hurtful. There's a lot of things out there about coaching experience.
His dad is a comedic actor. I don't think that really gives him any advantage when it comes to being a head coach of college basketball.
But if you're going to ask for sympathy and support, you need to put all your cards on the table.
Yeah.
And so if you said I was critical and I wanted to talk to him about those tweets, then that is a different way to enter the conversation. I think it's totally within Luke Murray's right to figure out his new broadcast team. And even though the school says he had nothing to do with it, I just going forward, I just if you get fired, I'm sorry. That's what I'll just say.
Don't reach out to you.
Don't reach out to me.
Don't expect help from you if you're fired.
I wish you and your family well. You seem like a nice guy, but I do not.
I'm kind of surprised that this is your take because I obviously saw the tweets after and whatever. It doesn't really change my opinion that this was not right. Like, if you're Luke Murray, why don't you use this to prove the broadcast team wrong?
Because you have enough people to prove wrong. You shouldn't have people calling your games.
So you think it's okay if we've had when Gerard Mayo was being hired, how many people on radio broadcasts, play-by-play people said, why are they hiring this guy?
Bob Sosi certainly did not.
Yeah, neither did Zoe. You don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Oh, come on. To me, this
Courtney,
is like such a lame take. Like, I think that he should be able to say exactly what a lot of fans were thinking. Like, this guy has zero head coaching experience. I hope that he's great for the program. I hope BC Sports makes a comeback at some point in my lifetime. But for Kevin Collins to lose his job over something like that is lame. I think that's so lame. And the tweets did not change my opinion one bit.
Huh. Okay. I do feel like it's at the very least, sit down and talk with them and explain why you're making the decision that you're making.
Yeah, but why?
You know?
I mean, I look at it like this.
Would you get people fired in Brockton that came at your neck?
No, but you should be a foxhole person.
I
Well,
am.
I'm not gonna crap on Greg when he comes over here from another radio station and be like, what does he know about sports? Why should this guy even be here? He has zero experience. And then think I'm going to work with him.
Well, that's vastly different.
No, it's not. It's the same thing.
You do a show with Greg every single day.
Right, but the guy is
Luke Murray should be above Kevin Collins and not worry about what the play-by-play guy, the questions that he has about the hiring process. After years and years of BC basketball being absolutely atrocious, Kevin Collins is in his right to question
Can I ask the BC people in the room? Can I ask the BC people in the room? Because I know nothing about this dude, right? Who pays him and who's he work for?
Boston College pays him.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So he works for Boston College. He works
who pays Greg? Odyssey? Is Greg supposed to agree with every single thing Odyssey does?
But you don't when
I don't really.
Right.
I mean, there are things.
I guess the point that I'm trying to make is
Greg is really Switzerland.
If I'm working,
I like their cheese.
Sure do.
If I'm working for Boston College and they hire a new coach, my thing is I'm going to do my part to welcome this guy and try to build a great relationship with him because he's new and I want him to see that I'm about the team.
Okay, do you feel the same way about Will Fleming? Do you think Will Fleming should never be critical of the Boston Red Sox? Like when when Will was critical of Jaron Duran.
No, but
after Jaron Duran was screaming run. Like, do you think that Will Fleming should never do that?
No, because I think that's different. Like, I think Will Fleming has already been in the job, right? He's already built the relationship with the organization and team.
Kevin Collins has been working there for 13 years. What are we talking about?
And the new manager, right?
There's a whole new administration in BC. There's a new head coach. If I'm Luke Murray, and just so we get this on the record, the school says that he had nothing to do with this. I'm just going to get that out there.
Yeah.
The athletic director said that they made this decision. My issue simply is if you're trying to instill a culture, people want to be right. So if I'm on record saying I think this is a bad hire or I don't think he should be hired here, that will color how I commentate about you.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I just, for whatever. And Will Fleming also being the play-by-play voice for Boston College basketball is different than being the play-by-play voice for the Boston Red Sox. And I feel like Kevin Collins was doing 3 jobs at once. He sacrificed a lot. He learned a lot. He gave a lot to the university. I think it's a fair place to say, okay, let's bring in our own people. He's probably fired everybody the training staff is probably new. The whole people around the basketball team are new. if he wants to have a new broadcast team, it's within his range.
So you know who might be available for Boston College for this job? Tony Romo.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Ken.
I thought you were going to say Ken too.
Yeah, they would use Romo.
Oh, Ken could do that.
Yeah.
Play-by-play in color.
He's so good.
All right,
And the second half is brought to you by Uber.
We are going to take a quick break. We will get to the rest of, or at least some of the rest of today's leads next. From the Catcher's Law Injury Attorneys Studios, no fee unless you win. We were in the middle of leads, and then we will get to They Said It coming up at 7:15. But we have leads left, including this one from Courtney this morning. Hi, Courtney.
Hello, good morning, everybody. The Red Sox demolished last night, and Jarren Duran helped them out. He had a homer in the win, the 14-2 win. And whether or not you think that Jarren Duran is a D-bag or, is struggling, I fall on the side of struggling. He is a self-aware D-bag. He talked to Alex Spear yesterday about the trade deadline, and he said, quote, "To be honest, I thought I was going to be released. I am the worst player in MLB statistically. I hate looking at the numbers, but when you're going bad, you look at the numbers, and it was pretty obvious how bad I was. I thought I was going to be released. I'm just thankful that I have the opportunity to continue this run with this team and this organization and hopefully make a playoff push." To me, that's the reason why these players, guys inside the clubhouse, like Jarren Duran.
Because he's self-aware.
Self-aware, and
he
I
knows
think,
how bad he is.
Well, and I think that he takes ownership probably with them. He doesn't to the media.
Right.
Yes, he comes across a certain way to media. When you catch him on a hot mic or on camera during a game, he may do things that turn you off.
Right.
But I think behind closed doors, he does make those apologies to the players that he affects, and that is why they stand up for him.
Well, I mean, certainly was one of the heroes last night, certainly, and I mean, he doesn't like the fans. I don't think at times. Doesn't seem to at times like the other players on the team or the third base coach or others that are around him. But
I think the real issue is he doesn't like himself.
He might not like himself.
That's sad.
Yeah.
And I think he's in a position.
Curtis, you love yourself.
Yeah, I actually lead the league in hating myself.
Can
you do.
Yeah.
Don't, Curtis, don't.
It's all right.
Don't hate yourself.
No, I mean, people do it for me, which is nice.
Speaking of hating yourself, did you see that terrible video last night of Perez Hilton?
No.
Do you guys know who Perez Hilton is?
I watched it.
I know.
You did?
Yeah.
Perez Hilton, he's like a entertainment blogger. He's been doing this forever. He was like the original TMZ. And he's been He has 3 young kids. He live streamed himself last night. It's a terrible video. Like, don't go watch it. But he live streamed himself, like stabbing himself, covered in blood. Yeah.
Real?
Yes, real.
Why did they
you sure
put
it
it
was
on
real?
live
Yes,
stream?
yes. 911 was called.
What?
He had to be taken out of his house.
Were his kids there?
No, thank God. But when we talk about what's going on with Lindsay Clancy right now, the mental health crisis in this country, like that is somebody who clearly needs help, and I hope that he gets it because the video is
wild.
The most shocking thing I've
Really?
ever
You
seen
saw
on
it?
the internet.
Yeah.
You saw it too?
Yeah, I was watching the video. Courtney told me about it because I mean, I know who he is, and I was like, all right, let me see the video. Yeah, he's just out there wilding out with like a kitchen knife, it looks like.
Like stabbing himself.
Yeah.
Jeez.
On like a live stream. So he was just talking. It was like a 4-box live stream.
Yeah.
I don't know what they generally talk about, probably pop culture and what's going on in Hollywood. And then he must have just got up and started doing this just certified.
Was it because Bean Shooter was releasing more video of him?
I don't know what it was.
You don't know?
Yeah.
Some shooters out there in them streets.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Jesus.
Wow, that's awful.
Yeah.
All right, well, you're really a Durant stan.
No,
like, I feel like
don't want it to get confused
Mhm.
because I'm not a Duran stan. I'm just somebody who can see somebody acting out, see the support and read between the lines of why people are supporting him and also what he's been through in the past. And I feel for the guy. Like clearly he's had issues, and if you see somebody have outbursts like that and you know their history, whether it's right or wrong is one conversation. I just brought it to everybody's attention that he's clearly somebody who struggles.
Now, here's this is would be the opposite of opinion from a 978 texter on the Subaru of New England text line, who says, "Sorry, Courtney, his bigotry and the way in which he behaves with media and fans needs accountability. Where is his statement to Alex Spear on that?"
Right, and where's his statement, Courtney? Where do you fall on Tyler Milliken walking down because he requests a face-to-face meeting? He sees him and says, "Get out of my face, you effing F, fat F."
Did you dump out of
Yes,
that?
I did.
Sorry, I
Sure
was
did.
trying to get the
September
wrong
1st.
F.
Curtis.
You effing fat slob.
I was not here during that time.
No,
I
but
had
that's
to go
what happened.
and it's not right. It's not right. And
So
I
does
don't
that strike
condone.
you as somebody that's accountable?
No, but I think he's not accountable to us behind closed doors. I think that's the reason why the players support him.
But also after that game, he could have said, whatever I did, it was misconstrued and that's on me, instead of when he made the gyrations at third base when Wilson Contreras was there at the third base coach, he blamed it on something else.
Yeah, but then Wilson Contreras had his back.
No, I know, but I'm saying you could easily say in that moment, like, no matter what was going through my mind, it clearly wasn't landing. That's my fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish he had done that. But I'm just saying some people don't think clearly with whatever's going on mentally for them. And he's a person that worries me. And I think that what he said to Alex Spira was important to bring up because of the support he's received from his team.
Okay. Curtis, you will be able, perhaps, to swear like a sailor once we hit Sirius XM on September 1st.
What a waste. I could have actually said something I
Right.
wanted to say.
Right,
with an episode.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
I get a lot of questions. I was out at a birthday party last night for my good friend Brooke. Her husband Charlie had an awesome birthday party for her. And people were asking me, saying, wait, you're not going to be on the radio anymore. You're only going to be on Sirius XM.
Mm-hmm.
And so the answer is no, we're going to be on both.
Right.
So I like to make that clear, that starting September 1st, we will remain here on all of the radio stations that we are on in New England, but we will also be available to those of you who have the Sirius XM. And by the way, they have I believe they have a new sports package, which is literally like $4.95 a month. That's it. So, and that gets you this and play-by-play and
Okay.
all kinds of things of that nature.
You're a sports guy, so I'm sure you're going to get it.
Oh my Lord! I'll be driving around just listening to that, purely that, all day long. No Noah Khan,
No.
nothing else. Like it'll just be that. All right, we are back in 2 minutes with a lead from Wiggy. What is the topic of your lead today?
Topic of my lead is football.
Okay, all right, good. Patriots with a walkthrough day today, not open to the public down there at Gillette. Football lead from Wiggy, lead from me about a new way in which you might be able to dine at a restaurant if you are not somebody who has inhibitions. And so we'll get to that. The rest of the leads coming up next in exactly 2 minutes. Did anybody see the video that Bruce did for the Pan Mass Challenge because the incredible doctors and staff at Dana-Farber saved his wife's life?
I didn't see this. No,
Yes.
I need to go search this out.
Yeah, he did it for all of the Pan Mass Challenge riders. And by the way, congratulations to all of you who did that 177-mile trek over the weekend. That includes my guy, Bobes, who completed the Pan Mass Challenge for the first time
All
ever.
right.
But anyway, yeah, Patty, his wife, has been treated at Dana-Farber and did an awesome video and played a acoustic version of Born to Run for everybody. So I should change the lyrics to Born to Ride, Curtis.
Do you know that the Pan Mass Challenge has raised $1.2 billion?
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
It is such a cool place. We have a million issues. I had a video. We can't use it because it was on Reddit. Some James sent into my DM, not my James, gentleman that we've been at the road shows with his wife. Very nice gentleman. He sent me a video of a biker just biking directly in front of the 93 on-ramp. Right?
I'm always amazed when people ride their bicycles on 93 or on the Mass Pike or something.
Wow.
It's really
like
it's
this
a
guy's
ballsy
dash
move.
cam captures it. He's like, thank God. Like, I literally would have hit him. Like, anyway, but the bikers that do this every year have raised an unprecedented amount of money. This year, I think they said their goal for the 3-day weekend was $76 million.
Wow.
Crazy.
So thank you to all those people. We live in the most generous part of the world.
Quick correction for you on the amount of money that they have raised.
$1.429, $626.
Now, we are getting close to the annual Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon, which benefits Dana-Farber, and that will happen a week from Monday and a week from Tuesday of next week. So in a couple weeks, less than a couple weeks, we will be at Fenway Park, and I believe the grand total there in all of the years of your generosity is over $80 million that you have donated to that Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon. Last year, record high, $5.7 million. So we'll see if we can together beat that this year. Now, this is not my lead, but I notice that Drake May was out last night in the North End at Strega with Strega Dave. If you're watching the show on Twitch or on YouTube, then you can see Strega Dave and Drake May. Will there be the same backlash that is directed on social media at Roman Anthony, at Drake May, who's out on a work night?
Yes. No, there won't.
No.
Well,
Yes.
is Drake out with his wife? That might be a big difference.
Yeah.
It was a big group.
Oh, was it? Oh, nice.
Big group.
It's a big group, and Michael is there.
Yeah, well, one was almost the MVP last year, so we can kind of say, enjoy yourself. You're young. Get out there.
All right.
Have fun.
Well, what if he gets hurt, though? Like, what if he unfortunately gets hurt?
Well,
Will
if
there-
you-
I
will
don't think
people,
the chicken parm is going to set it
Yes.
back, right?
people going to go back and say, wait a minute, he was out. The man was out at Strega. He was
No.
having dinner, having a good time.
Well, I'd say this. If you get hurt and you're not playing well, stay your ass inside. Order Strega for delivery.
I do think, though, the most damning part of that bean shooter video is the DM, because as Greg alluded to, that was in April.
Yeah.
And no matter how we may try to rewrite history, in April, nobody was sitting here saying Roman Anthony's a bum, he needs to stop going out. Literally last year when we had the conversation, we were ripping the people taking the video saying, can't these guys have a fun weekend before the playoffs?
Right.
So the fact that in April, Roman Anthony was this sensitive to the public perception of his outdoor activities leads you to believe the organization was in his ear saying, calm it down a bit.
Right. Yeah, I think so.
Right?
And probably to Marcelo Meyer as well, like the two of them, probably.
Which is why he's in San Francisco.
Yeah. All right, Wiggy, your lead today.
All right, so hello and good morning for all you NFL fans out there. This is maybe got me a little bit hopeful, but I don't know. Shime, jump in if you feel the same way I do. You've seen three guys here lately all sign major deals in the NFL. We saw Bijan Robinson became the highest paid running back in the National Football League, 3 years, $75 million. We saw Donnell Wright sign a historic contract with the Chicago Bears, 4 years, $116 million. And Chris Olave down with the New Orleans Saints signed a 4 years, $132 million deal. So I am hopeful that in the next week and a half, we will be saying the same thing for Christian Gonzalez, and that, the Patriots won't continue to have this thing drag out all the way towards the start of the regular season. We talked about this on when we thought this thing would get done.
Yeah.
And when you see some of the other guys in the league start to get some money, it's like kind of like the domino effect, and you're hoping that you'll see the same thing for Christian Gonzalez, or if you see it for Witherspoon, then Christian Gonzalez is right around the corner.
Do you think it will be done before we are down there next Friday talking with Mike Vrabel on this show?
No shot.
No shot.
No shot.
When do joint practices begin with the Colts? Is that next week?
I believe so, because the game against the Colts is a week from tomorrow, I think.
Correct.
All right, yeah, so
I
that
think
would
it's
be
on Thursday the 13th, I believe.
Yeah, so that would be early next week, I would
Correct.
imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would assume joint practices are probably, Monday, Tuesday, Wiggy?
Yeah, yeah.
Then you have the day off Wednesday?
A light walkthrough or something on Wednesday.
Big moment, Greg. The Colts owner might be on the headset during the practices next week.
I'm assuming that she travels with the team.
I would hope. She did a great ice bucket challenge in support of CTE research.
Yeah. She recently designed Better Play Than Shime did for
Without a doubt.
for Bill O'Brien.
I don't know. I think that play has a lot of hope, a lot of potential.
And Bill O'Brien will be on the show all football season.
Yes,
Back
that's
on the
it.
show all
Really
football
hope.
season.
Good job repairing that relationship.
Yeah.
He was happy in Hull.
Yes,
had a blast.
Yes, he was. All right, Wiggy, thank you.
You got it, brother.
There is a new way in which one can dine out in Florida, the Anything Goes state, and I am curious to find out whether or not you would like to partake in it. There is a steakhouse in Florida that is offering a nude dining experience once a month. So it is $200. This is not surprising also, the way the brain works. It's $250 for men, $150 for women, because they don't want it to be a sausage fest. They don't want all beef over there.
They don't want all beef.
So and then it's $300 for couples.
Ugh.
So my question is, first and foremost, how do you feel? We know how Wiggy feels about being nude. Walks around his house nude all the time.
Yep.
How would you feel about dining in the nude and then dining with others who are next to you?
Terrible.
In the nude while you're eating your beef.
No, I don't like eating in the nude when I'm alone with curtains drawn in a hotel room. Like, I need to have some
What about
type
the
of
cutlery? Is it provided?
some type of clothing on my body when I'm eating. I don't know why, but I feel that way.
Let me we can hear from the owner of the steakhouse and the hostess as they talk about this.
They disrobed pretty much here. Please allow people to express themselves at our place.
It's more so of a gathering to get to know people, new people in the city and the lifestyle.
Huh.
All right.
My eyes are up here, ma'am. That's what I'd be saying.
It's like
the
a
whole time.
Seinfeld episode. There are certain things I don't want to see you do in the nude, and eating is one of them.
Yeah.
It could be a disaster.
Yeah.
If the server spills the au gratin potatoes in the wrong place. I mean,
But who would want that?
And imagine sitting on that seat after a naked bum has been there while eating.
I know.
Like,
and
that
not for
is-
nothing, you're gluttonous at a steakhouse. Like,
Yeah.
you
Oh.
sit down, you're naked, and then you're having like extra servings of mashed potatoes and a massive ribeye.
Like Greg's gas problem at a steakhouse, and then you sit on that seat after.
You're bloated.
Yeah.
I'm cool
Well,
with that.
I would get up and fart elsewhere. Like,
Okay.
I would not, especially if I was nude.
Okay, good. Thank God, because you can
cool
never
with
trust
that.
one.
Like, if you want to say it's a martini bar and people are going out and they're not,
Yeah,
like,
that's
that's
something.
a little different, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, still not for me in any way,
Yeah.
but
Stuffing your face with potatoes, right? You're so bloated, you just lean back. You're like, oh, I'm so stuffed.
right, ripping ass naked.
And they're like, oh, you want any dessert? And you're like,
But see, I would think you would love this because you love being nude.
yeah, but I don't want to be around. I don't mind eating in the nude, but I don't want to see
do you
other
ever eat?
people.
Do you eat in the nude at home?
I do. I do.
Yes.
I don't. But I don't. It's like, you know what? My wife watches a lot of the food shows and everything. And there's this dude who wears like a red bandana or does like a lot of like,
Wells Crowther.
Food places.
Yeah.
And like I'll eat chicken with my hands, but there are people in other cultures that eat everything with just their hands. They don't use any silverware or anything like that.
Right.
Okay.
And every time I see that, I'm like disgusted.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's like, I don't know how people do that. Like, if I see somebody eating with their hands,
Yeah.
I'm like absolutely disgusted.
Right.
So
Wait, really?
yeah, and so sitting in the nude, I just couldn't like do it. Unless it's a chicken wing, I get it. But I mean, some other cultures, like, they'll eat rice and everything else and all types of stuff.
Right, they use like naan as their like cutlery.
The
They
vehicle.
pick everything up with the bread. And
Yeah.
I'm all for that, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, naan is a vehicle for a dip.
Yeah, but they use their
Like, same with
hands.
pita.
But imagine if you're at this place and you're sitting next to some Florida dude, and he's got a napkin in his lap, and then the napkin is like rising up, depending on who arrives for dinner.
Especially given the amount of Viagra in that state. Like the hostess sits you down. And
you have to be pretty confident about your member as well.
Yeah.
Like, because you've either got a pickle or a cornichon.
Yeah.
But some people don't give enough.
Yeah.
The worst would be if people don't know if it's actually that.
It's like, wait a second, your napkin is still on your lap.
I mean, it's really wild. So it's a steakhouse in Florida.
All right.
And they have started nude dining once a month.
Yeah.
And I wonder if they tell some customers not to come back.
Oh, I think they do.
Or do you think they take everybody? It's probably like the people that are nude at the nude beaches are never the people that you want to see nude. And I include myself in that. I mean, I just,
Never forget when
I've let myself go a little bit. You don't want to see.
No, you look great.
Thank you. Appreciate
When we pulled up that nude colony and Wiggy's looking it up, he's like, free Wi-Fi.
I love the free Wi-Fi. All right, those are today's leads. We are going to get to They Said It in 2 minutes, no longer, next on The Greg Hill Show.
Wi-Fi access?
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't...
Not saying it's your fault, although you could have done more. Oh, you're so naive, yes, so how could this be done with such a smiling sweetheart?
Great point in the Twitch chat. Hello and good morning. If you are watching the show today on either Twitch or on YouTube, and we are brought to you there every day by Springer's Jewelers. They are in tax-free Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And if you're in the market for a diamond, go see them. Tell them you listen to this show. They do as well every single day at Springer's in tax-free Portsmouth, New Hampshire. But you know how when you dine at we were talking about nude dining at a Florida steakhouse, which is a new thing. And you know how when you dine out, you get your napkin and it has the napkin ring holder on it.
Mm-hmm.
The Twitcher said now you have a place to keep that.
Yeah.
While you're, if you're a man, and you're dining
C
at the
rings.
restaurant. Yeah. All right. Let's open the window world of Boston weather window for Curtis, please. So Curtis,
what about the people going number 2?
I guess they would have to be very sure to make sure that they're cleaning everything.
Oh, I bet they have bidets.
I would hope so.
That is Gross.
Because you know how people come out of the bathroom, sometimes they have toilet paper on their shoes.
Oh my gosh.
Well, do they wear shoes or are they fully
Yes.
nude?
They wear shoes. That would be
Definitely.
disgusting to not wear shoes.
And I bet they're wearing like heels.
You'd be grossed out.
Yes.
Not by the nudity, but if they were wearing shoes. And this is a man who eats chicken with his hands, by the way.
Yes.
Like we just glossed over that.
But
Well,
I
chicken
would,
wings.
I think Wiggy would be a
Yeah,
great
chicken wings.
Wiggy would be a great host. We should do that road show at this place.
Yeah, we should.
I would
Just
be like,
judging everyone walking in.
you cannot come into this establishment without shoes on. Go put some shoes on.
All right. Another nice day today, Curtis.
Perfect day to eat naked. 68 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Going to be 87 this afternoon. Could have a little shower around, but nothing serious. Tomorrow it's going to be 88. Humid this week, so make sure you put the antiperspirant on, Greg. But it's going to be a beautiful week here in Boston.
How's the weekend looking?
Let's see. 89 Saturday, some thunderstorms. 88 Sunday. Going to be hot, steamy, but nice weather to grill out and go by the pool.
I am heading to Winnipesaukee so I can pour one out for the dive.
Wow.
So
All right.
I'm looking forward to doing a little boating, a little sunning in the lakes region of New Hampshire.
Did he say use that Sunday? Did he say how Saturday was, Curtis?
He said Saturday. He said
Steamy, 88 degrees.
I
am boating today.
Boating. I will be boating.
All right.
Never my boat, always somebody else's boat.
Smart. I love Lake Winnipesaukee.
You can get a whole house full of new energy-efficient windows installed for $99 a month from Window World Boston. Go to windowworldboston.com.
They said it. It's time for
They said it.
They Said It. They said it.
You know, some of these rats around here.
We scored 16 at Yankee Stadium. Suck on it.
Ball.
Humbly, one of the best basketball players in the world.
They Said It.
The Greg Hill Show.
Excellent question on the Subaru of New England text line. When dining at the Nude Steakhouse in Florida, what do you leave for a tip? All right.
Man, Twitch chat's cooking today, right?
Yeah, well, that was actually the Subaru
Text
of New
line?
England text line, as I just mentioned. Shine
My
Pine.
bad.
Okay.
Either
So,
way, both are cooking.
They Said It is brought to you by Catches Law, and they are ready to stand beside you during your toughest moments. If you've been hurt at work, hurt at a business, and you need help, they just won the biggest judgment in Massachusetts history at Catches. So go to catcheslaw.com. What are we hearing first today?
Well, Greg, let's begin with one of the newest acquisitions by the Boston Red Sox. That would be their new catcher, Adley Rutschman. Courtney's done a good job of playing one of the cuts from him during the feed, but we can hear more from what Adley Rutschman had to say to the media yesterday.
So when we came here last, they were on an incredible win streak, and coming in and playing a team that's clicking on all cylinders is definitely a lot. And they're playing the game the right way and doing things right, and it's it was cool to watch from a distance. And now being here, just like I said, just trying to fit in and help out in any way I can.
How do you like hitting here in your career?
It's always been fun to come here and play, and like I said, the atmosphere has been electric when I've come here, and so a lot of history as well. So I think you definitely appreciate all aspects of it.
Awesome. Can't wait till the guy can play. I've seen, I guess, maybe it was Savage or somebody else that I saw on social media yesterday, Curtis, suggest that these signings show a complete pivot organizationally when it comes to the Red Sox and their desire to focus on younger, cheaper prospect players that they can bring up, and that they have determined that that strategy to be a failure, and are now going to just go and spend like crazy and focus on the veterans. I don't know how you feel about that.
Their whole plan was fake. It was never actually seen to fruition because the players that they had selected were not performing. The players they rewarded were not ready. The guys that they told Cora were ready to play were not. And whether it's on field or off, baseball more than any other sport is between the ears. It's 70% fail rate even when you're great. And if you're not ready to fail, Alex Cora said about Marcelo Meyer this past spring, you need 1,500 at-bats in spring training. I mean, in AAA or in the minors before you arrived, so you know how to fail and know how to be a pro. None of these guys were ready to be professionals. That's why he was so dead set on getting Bregman. And that's why Devers was such an issue. And what they didn't understand, what the algorithm didn't compute, what Driveline never really put into the equation was that these are human beings. And that's what they failed. And I'm glad they made a course correction on that.
And they course corrected just a little bit because it's still kind of their philosophy in a way where we're still going to go with younger guys that we might be able to control, but that have some major league experience, like Caleb Durbin, for example, or you bring in the Curtis Mead. These are still guys that they can control and not go to the top of the market where you got to go with a guy like Bregman that you end up going, all right, we gave this guy $165 million and he's got 4 home runs.
So it's in your mind, it's a course correction, not a philosophical strategy change when it comes to the way the Red Sox have been doing business the last bunch of years.
I think that they've changed. Like the way they went to do the business, what we saw is they've been always like top 5 payroll. Then they switched that up a little bit. And now they're making this to the point where, they want to get some of these younger guys that they can still keep on affordable contracts. But that didn't pan out. So
every team wants young guys on affordable contracts, but they've shown that is no longer their foundational approach to building a roster.
No, but I think what they're
which is a good thing, right?
Yeah,
absolutely. We want that.
They want guys that they can control that have shown that they have some major league experience and that they'll give contracts to when they come up, but they won't be the break the bank type of contracts that you'll see some of these other players getting.
Okay, we got to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue with They Said It and what Ron Harper Jr. said about giving up his number for Paul George. That will be next on They Said It on the Greg Hill Show at WEEI.
Hey, it's Tyler.
I know I'm a juvenile, but Twitch chat is on fire with the Florida Steakhouse nude restaurant jokes. Are you following along at all in the Twitch chat?
I am.
Apparently, they're serving crabs down there. Really, honestly, you people are A+.
That is class.
Never been a wittier audience than you. So thank you.
Hey, by the way, I have Domino's on my Twitch feed right now, thanks to Bezos. Courtney, I want to apologize to you. You were right.
Thank you.
I had the pan pizza over the summer recently with James. He loves it.
Really?
It's better than it has ever been.
So they've upped their game. Courtney
Definitely.
said that a long time
Yes.
ago.
When I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Kids love it.
We all chuckled.
Nope.
They did. I mean, I will say it was good.
Yeah.
It
And
was
the garlic sauce is unmatched.
I hadn't had
So
the garlic
good.
sauce.
The dipping the pizza in the garlic sauce is chef's kiss.
I mean, I wouldn't put it up there with Pino's or like
course.
Regina's or any of that, but like it was not bad.
I don't know how you do it, man. I don't know how you do it.
Are they offering nude dining at Domino's? Or is
I
it
don't
just,
care if they were offering new dining there. I'd be like, no, I'm good.
It's just the steakhouse.
I could go for a hot dog, though. Yeah. Or for grill.
Excuse me, ma'am. Did you order the fish? Okay. What's next when it comes to the thing sandwich? I know I can make Wiggy at least laugh on these. What's next?
Well, Greg, Ron Harper Jr. of your Boston Celtics met with the media yesterday and was asked about Paul George and the current jersey situation of the Boston Celtics. We can hear from Ron Harper Jr.
Is it kind of cool that, you're talking about growing up liking Paul George, that we're at number 13 now, and how did that go down? Like, did you just give it up to him, or?
Yeah, we don't got to get into the exact details of how it went down, but about an hour after the trade, I got a phone call saying he wanted the number. So, me and him were able to work it out. We'll have some funny conversations about that for sure, but I'm happy that he's able to get back to his number, get back to PG-13 for sure.
Yeah, you will trade there.
Yeah. Something that helps us out both mutually, so it benefits both parties.
Your first general manager experience?
Yeah, my first negotiation.
What would you guess Paul George was he paying, or was it a trade for services or goods? What is he paying for that?
It's
number?
cash.
Yeah,
he's
definitely.
making like $54 million this year. He's sending cash that way.
So what's the number?
I don't know. Ask Wiggy would have a better clue than me. I would just guess like $1 million or $2 million.
$1 million?
Yeah, I don't know about $1 million. I don't know about $1 million.
He's making 55.
You're insane.
He can afford
$1 million?
Yeah.
You're nuts.
Sweeten the pot.
I'd say
Young kid.
I'd say anywhere from I gotta see what he makes, but I'd say anywhere from 50 to 100 grand.
I think a Groupon.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, for the jersey.
What is Hugo's real leverage here? Couldn't the team
Ron
just
Harper
tell?
Jr.
Ron Harper
I'm sorry.
Jr.
Couldn't Ron Harper Jr. just go to the team? Couldn't Paul George just say, "Give me the number"? What ownership does he have over the number?
I mean,
honestly, if the team said change your number, what could he do?
They couldn't. He couldn't do anything. I mean,
$1 million or 100. I guarantee you, it's like $25K or a nice a nice new defender.
I'll take you to dinner. How about that?
A new defender's like $80,000.
Right.
Yeah.
But they get it sponsored like Greg.
Yeah, but that's I said between 50 to 100.
Oh my God.
If Paul George loves the number like that, and, there's a meaning to it,
Yeah.
and he's probably like if
he just loves it because he wants to be PG-13.
right, has he been that his whole career? I don't, like I said, some people have, like, when it comes to numbers, some people have, like, we talked to Splain, right? Didn't his grandfather and his father wore that number?
Yes.
So some people have a little bit more passion for the number, and they would be willing to spend a little bit more to get that number. So if PG, if I was Ron Harper Jr., I'd probably start at like 100,000.
I AI'd it. You ready? I don't know how accurate this is, but so in the NFL, Gerald McCoy spent $250,000 to get number 93 with the Panthers from Kyle Love. Steph Diggs spent $100,000 on the Texans to get number 1 from Jimmy Ward. Sauce Gardner paid $50,000 to get it number 1 with the Jets. And then there, I guess, was Clinton Portis paid $10K. And then in the NBA, there's between $10 and $25K. There's one where Chalmers said it's average around $10,000 for players to get numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next, Shine?
Well, Greg, Curtis mentioned a couple football players there. Let's actually bounce over to the NFL. Gabe Akis, the rookie defensive end for the New England Patriots, finally at practice. Has actually met with the media now, and he has a message for Pats Nation we can hear from Gabe Akis.
Yeah, I just want to, let all the Patriots fans know that, I'm all behind, everybody, and I'm, you're going to get the best player out of me, each and every game, and just anything I could do to help the team win, I'm going to do it, whatever it takes.
All right.
Well, you got high expectations because you're concerned about the edge. So you're expecting big things from Gabe.
I am personally not expecting big things from.
You need big things, but you're not expecting them.
Yeah, you would need him to. If he could have 7-8 sacks, great season. But I'm not expecting that. I just, he's a rookie. There's going to be a lot that he's going to have to learn. And I told you, when he was coming out of college, he wasn't, known to be this, unbelievable pass rusher. So my expectations are second-round pick. Hey, let's see what he could do. He contributes, but I still have issues at that position. I still think there's, who's going to be the guy there.
Yes, Sean?
No, excuse me. I was looking up his sack number at Illinois.
He had 11 last year.
Illinois.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had 11.
Illinois?
He had 8 the year before and 4-4. So, 11 in college that's a good season. But, it's not like when you're thinking of somebody coming out of college, you're not looking and going, all right, the guy had, 17 sacks and the expectations are he comes here and he's going to lead your team in sacks.
And you need some kind of production out of him, though. You need something. And that's one of the reasons I was so frustrated on draft night that they didn't take a defensive end in the first round, because I felt like there were other guys available that could give them more production than what Gabe Akis would give them in opening day. And I didn't expect to see what happened with Gabe Akis with the whole injury and the contract dispute and everything like that. So he's getting a slow start here. He's behind. Right. He needs to catch up, and you need him to make an impact. And I don't know how much of an impact he's going to make right away.
And a lot of being behind, some people think it's the playbook, it's the playbook, it's the playbook. Yes, it is. Defense is a little bit different. Defense.
That would be more the case with Romeo Doubs.
Yeah, because
where everybody's like, wow, Romeo Doubs, You were talking to me about this, but it was off air the other day, that the sub-stackers chatting about Romeo Doubs, it takes you a while.
Yeah, especially the offense. You got to learn the playbook. You got to understand the timing. You got to understand, certain depths with routes. They change. Every route changes now with a new defensive coordinator and how everything goes. Where in defense, it's kind of been there since the beginning of football started. See ball, find ball, go get ball, right? So there's not as much to learn from a defensive standpoint. And maybe if a guy is struggling a little bit with the playbook, they'll make it simple for him. Hey, you got the C gap, and if it's a pass, go hunt. So when you look at Gabe Akis, it's not so much for me the mental part of it. It's the physical part of him getting adjusted to the NFL, where he missed a lot of the offseason, the OTAs, and just what it takes to be a professional. And now he's kind of getting that. So that's where I'm looking at it.
Also, not the philosophy at the Nude Steakhouse. Oh. See ball, find ball, go get ball. They do not.
Some have that philosophy.
They do not advocate for that there.
Right.
No.
They probably shouldn't serve arancini.
Who ordered the seafood tower? Ew. Nobody.
Yes. All right. We are going to continue with more of They Said It next, and that includes what Tarek Skubal said about the Dodgers haters. So we'll get to that coming up.
If you were in the market.
We will get to today's news with Courtney coming up at 8. Speaking of that, here's a text about something I am unaware of, and some suggestion that it is being scuttled or buried or something from a 508 texter. How are you not talking about Courtney and her boob post on TikTok? I don't know what that's about.
Oh my.
But there's 100,000 views or a couple 100,000 views or so. What is this about?
Sometimes TikTok pushes like weird content to people. I feel it's not going to be on Twitch. Wiggy's like looking at the Twitch thing. I won't be presenting it on a silver platter. I posted a very innocent video of myself in.
Sure you did.
I did.
Go ahead.
In my outfit before basic brunch on Sunday.
Okay.
On Monday, I open up the app, and I'm like, it's the most terrifying feeling. I was talking to Curtis about this actually yesterday. When you open up like Twitter and you have a million notifications, you're like, what have I done?
Yeah, usually it's because I am a boob, not because of my boobs.
And I looked, and there was like thousands of likes and tons of comments all about that my boobs were out. In the very beginning of the video, I'm like leaning over to pick something up, and you can see down my top. I'm wearing a bra. You don't see any. It's PG. And also, and then people are like, just start an OnlyFans account. I'm like, I am in a postpartum body. The last thing I want is for you guys to see my boobs.
Yeah. Right.
Like, I'm trying to lose weight, and it's all happening rapidly, the fall of the breasts.
This happened before, I believe,
Yeah.
and you claimed it was unintentional. This is
Right.
now twice in a row.
Well, the other thing was full nipple. And someone, the screenshot is out there. I did see it during my maternity leave.
Unfortunately, it was the nip. That was screenshot?
Yeah.
Hey, can we call it something else?
The tub thing.
The tub thing, that is screenshotted, and I've
All right.
seen it, unfortunately.
All right.
But this was like, when I tell you this was innocent, if
Are you
I
talking
wanted,
about Greg's Morgan Wallen entrance? Did you see a boob there?
if I had just turned 30, I just started on this show, yeah, I would probably do some cleavage shots, some boob shots for the likes. The body that I am in right now, until I get a little lift, that is not my intent.
Okay.
All right.
So it was unintented.
It was unintentional.
But it was on TikTok if you want to go find it.
It is on TikTok.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Right.
I don't know if more men need to see more boobs.
Yeah.
That's what I learned, because if
I was saying to Courtney about this yesterday, and I love that, like, I get the tea. I'm like the chick at the office. It's great.
Yeah.
And so Courtney and I were talking, and I don't understand, as a non-masculine male, there are boobs everywhere. Like, it's not like when we were growing up and it was like, when's the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue coming out?
Uh-huh.
Or that crazy Madonna sex book.
Yeah, well, you were a National Geographic guy. That's where you went to see your,
He loved
your
those.
nudes.
I cannot say I was into bestiality. I don't know what was on National Geographic.
That's
for you,
when
Greg.
they used to have all the people in different tribes walking around nude.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's
Stay away from that.
available. It's not. It's
Yeah.
available now more than ever. You're saying. So what is the interest?
Right. Like you could literally say boob,
I think
and
it's
50
evo- it's
boobs are going to
evolution.
pop up on your thing.
Yeah.
It's evolutionary.
It's what it
Chris.
is.
But
It's the male.
Guys are
mind.
always just 13 years old.
Yeah, but to
Right.
Curtis's point, there are full frontal boobage out there. Mine was not. Mine was like, you could just see down my shirt for
Right.
a split second, and I'm wearing a bra.
Well,
Right.
that's what that's how guys are. That's why they go on. That's why they follow so many social media models and people on social media and like their photos. You think it's because of their intelligence, or it's because of the fact they're in a
Clearly, for me, it's
a
not my
cheerleading
intelligence.
outfit or a bathing
I'm told
suit.
that every day.
You know?
Well, all right. I'm glad that we cleared that up.
Yeah, it's not scandalous.
Nothing wrong with boobs.
No, and
Correct.
we all have them.
You know?
He's doomed if he does. He's doomed if he doesn't.
Correct. You are. All right. What's next when it comes to They Said It?
Well, Greg, the LA Dodgers acquired Tarek Skubal at the trade deadline, and he has zero sympathy for those who hate on the Dodgers being good. Here's Tarek Skubal.
Every team could trade for me. Every team could make that acquisition. And I don't really sympathize with people that blame the Dodgers for anything they've done. They've developed a really good organization. They draft well. They acquire talent really well. They retain talent. It's a winning organization. Now the complaints seem to be because they've won the last 2 World Series. I don't think it was like that 3 years ago. So I don't really sympathize with people that are complaining because the Dodgers, do all the right things.
Well, I mean, that's not entirely true. He wanted to go to the Dodgers, so that played a little bit of a part in that.
Right.
But like to an extent, he's right. He wanted to go to the Dodgers because they're a really good baseball team. They
Right.
pay people. They know how to get prospects. They know how to use prospects in trades and acquire good talent. Like, I mean,
He would have
he's
came
not
here.
wrong.
Yeah, he would have came here if, like, and I didn't say here specifically, but if a team that was good traded for him, he would have went there.
What do you expect him to say now that he's on the Dodgers? Like, oh, I hate it here. Boy, I didn't want to come to the Dodgers. This sucks.
Could be like the guy from BC, just give his true feelings.
Right, Kevin Collins, dead to me.
But I think that, hey, if the Dodgers can do it, we talk about this all the time. If they got a lot of players, and the question now becomes, are they going to ultimately, is this a rental for the Dodgers, or are they going to sign him to a long-term?
But they're going to just keep doing this. This is back to the salary cap argument. Like, they're just going to keep spending billions and billions of dollars.
Well, as long as they get
And guess what? They're making lots and lots and lots of money.
I don't know how, because that place is empty, but as long as they have players, Greg, that are willing and agree to defer a lot of their money, then they can possibly do this,
Yeah,
right?
like that Kyle Tucker deal they signed. He's making money till like 2045.
Right. We already know about Shohei. I mean, if you're willing to defer your money, like Juan Soto didn't defer any of his money, I don't believe.
We all have to, and it's not going to be there. It's called Social Security. I mean, it's a racket. We're deferring all of our money.
Yeah, and so if you got a bunch of guys on your team that are willing to do that, now you know that the check's going to come sooner, one day, but you don't have to worry about it in the beginning. Because if Scooble signs a deal, what's he going to? Isn't he going to get like a $300 million deal? Yeah. I mean, isn't that what they're paying?
North of that.
And then what they're paying Yamamoto? So, right, so if they give him north of that, we're talking 10 years, 350, 10 years, 360.
But they have over $1 billion on the payroll in deferred money.
Right.
Is that fair to everybody else?
Everybody else could do it.
Yeah, that's
why is it unfair?
Yeah. If everybody could do it, I don't think anything is unfair. If every team has the ability to do things, it's not unfair. Some teams just won't do it because they don't want to spend that much money, but they could do it if they wanted to.
Literally every checkout. I know you don't buy tickets, Greg, and God love you for it. But whenever you're buying anything, there's an option to pay later. Like in every aspect of our life, you can put it on layaway. So why wouldn't you do it with the top hitter?
So where did the Dodgers get the majority of their money then? Because I was watching that game. The stadium wasn't super packed. Did they have like a local TV
they have a deal. They have a Japanese TV deal, I believe, which we discussed the other day, where they get like $500,000 from or something along those lines. I mean, you have to chat GPT that to see.
Because you know how
according to AI, their revenue was $1 billion. They have a near $950 million as local and TV rights via Sportsnet LA. I'm sorry, $320 million from their local TV rights. Their total, according to Forbes, was about $1 billion in revenue last year.
Oh.
But explain to me, like, how can't the Red Sox be on that same playing field?
They could.
Exactly. So, like, I didn't know Greg was a communist, but it to me, it's like if
Isn't
everybody.
it amazing how he's a communist when it comes to this, but free market everywhere else?
It's crazy. It's shocking. Like, I was just sitting here thinking about it, and that's basically what you want.
Right. He's Birdie in the sheets, but he's, Elon Musk on the streets.
Yes.
Oh, I guess you're right about that.
But you don't want it. I
just don't know if the game can continue.
But the market will dictate.
Can the game continue if you have teams that are forced into spending billions and billions of dollars? Like,
Greg, John Henry is a smart man. We agree.
Yes.
Okay. So he used the Dodgers' approach to building a baseball team, made so much money off of it that he then bought up franchise in all these other international and other sports leagues, correct?
Yeah.
It was incredibly profitable. It was so profitable that he now has an entire sports group, not just a sports team. So why wouldn't you do it?
Because I think what happens, just like John Henry, and I think it will happen with the Dodgers owner, sooner or later you won't win as many, and then what ends up happening is you get stuck paying guys that are not producing at that level no more. So like Mookie Betts, for example, you let him walk. The Dodgers have him for 8 more years or something like that, or 7 or 6 or something, where they're paying this guy.
Right.
Over.
The Red Sox had Rusney Castillo. They had Pablo Sandoval.
Right.
They had
So
David Price.
Sooner or later.
But they won with all those guys on their roster. They were paying players to do nothing.
They didn't win with Pablo.
Yes, they were paying Pablo to be elsewhere when they won.
No. But what I'm saying is, but sooner or later, you as an owner go, what we're doing is we are now spending all this money on certain players, and the contracts are not panning out for us. So I think for the owners, it's more about the years, not so much the amount of money that these guys are getting.
But people are constantly going at the Dodgers, and it's like it's working for the Dodgers.
Yeah, but here's an
They're
argument.
winning.
Curtis, what's your response? Here's a text from my adopted home continent of Maine. Certainly the Red Sox can do it. Yankees can do it. Mets have done it. But what about Milwaukee? Or
right. Why do you live in the echelon? You should. I mean, not everybody can live in the echelon, but you work really hard and you earn a good living and you live in a beautiful building.
Yeah.
So, like, we pay echelon prices, but we want to live where the Brewers live. Yeah. But like, it's such a weird thing that you do, Greg. I don't get it. It's because you're friends with these guys, maybe. I don't know.
No,
but like,
it's not. It has nothing to do with that.
But your approach to capitalism stops at a baseball team.
Yeah, you're correct that it's hypocritical. I just want my team to be competitive.
Right, and they should be.
And I don't know that the way it is, the ownership group is never changing until,
But they did. They changed.
No, they've changed a little bit. They're not going out. Do you think they're going to go out in the off season and spend a massive amount of money on veteran players?
To me, I see John Henry leading us into the iceberg of a lockout, standing up just like Mark Ruffalo, talking about the scourge of our climate change while boarding a Gulfstream 6. Like, it literally is the same exact thing. John Henry, there is not suffering. The Red Sox are choosing to be in this position because they want to spend less.
Right. And what's wrong with wanting to spend less if you're an owner?
Nothing. I just don't want you to own my baseball team. I think that's a great way to live life. I don't want you to run the Red
Because,
Sox.
see, here's the Dodgers mentality. It's worked for them, and I'm not saying it hasn't, right? But when you start to look at the rest of Major League Baseball, there are plenty of teams that it didn't work for. We talk about the Mets, the Yankees. These are teams that spend like drunken sailors and are not winning. So there has to be this happy medium of you as an owner that goes, okay, I tried it one way, and it's not working for me, and all I am getting...
But it is working for the team that's doing it how you used to.
But it is working for the Dodgers as of late, right?
Yeah, but okay, so you're saying that it works for some and not for others. Couldn't that be the case for everything? The fact that you are you want a salary cap is a completely different conversation because it's just because you want to be cheaper.
No. I think that the salary cap thing is, I understand that. I think they're using the salary cap to eliminate the long-term contracts.
But you don't need a salary cap to eliminate a long-term contract.
Right. No, but
they could just say you can't do a deal more than 5 years or whatever it is.
Right, but I think if they got to put something on the table where the players will go like, all right, it's one or the other.
But you want a salary cap, Wiggy. You said that you think it's a good idea.
No,
He did.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea because I know the Red Sox are not going to spend like that no more.
You're giving an out to a team that could.
So why not?
It hasn't affected the quality of the most popular sport in the United States of America, having a salary cap.
Of course, because the revenue in the NFL is such.
It creates parity, does it not?
Yeah.
Having a quarterback creates
Isn't
parity.
there a salary cap in every other sport? Isn't there a salary cap in the NHL? Isn't there a salary cap in the NBA?
There's really only one.
Technically, they call it not a. Do they even call it a salary cap in the NBA?
It's the apron and the penalties you get.
There's only one hard cap in American sports, and that's the NHL.
All right. Well, we got to take a break. I will stop hating on the Dodgers because Tarek asked. We will be back in 2 minutes with Courtney and today's news next.
4.
So I wish I looked just like Jackson. This is a guy. I said, is he a male model or what? He's a handsome guy, like a beautiful guy. And
The news.
I didn't know he was doing it, but he's potentially a great quarterback. He's a young boy. He had just really started.
With your host, Courtney Cox.
And it just passed Uranus.
Sponsored by Northeast Men's Health, the experts in treating men's sexual health issues with 7 New England locations. Learn more at northeastmenshealth.com on WEEI.
The news with Courtney also available for your viewing pleasure, as this show is every day on Twitch or on YouTube, where it is brought to you by Springer's Jewelers, and they are in tax-free Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And just to be clear, you get the dirty stuff on TikTok, not on Twitch or YouTube from Courtney.
That is correct.
Apparently.
Yep.
All right, where do we begin this morning?
We begin in East Boston, Wiggy. A body was found in the water on the shore in Eastie yesterday. State police said its marine unit was called to the area of Bayswater Street at Onavoy Street at approximately 1:03 p.m. yesterday. No identity has been released, and this is an ongoing investigation. No matter of death has been released either. Very scary.
Okay.
A box truck hit a bunch of cars in Southie yesterday afternoon. 3 cars being hit were caught on video from a camera on one of the cars on Old Colony near the intersection of Dorchester. If you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, Mitch has the video of that. In the video, you see the box truck hitting a white pickup truck, a Polestar, and a Volvo. The driver stopped, waited for police to get there. Here's the driver of the Polestar, Rich Ridolfo, on WHDH.
It's disappointing at the least, but it's what I worry about parking on the street, especially here, because people race through here all the time.
The dude is not a great driver.
No.
No offense. He's just randomly knocking mirrors off and hitting cars. And I mean, I understand it's crowded on the streets, but that's why you must use caution. So
at least he waited. Okay. You know what? The box truck driver, there are some drivers who would have just taken off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So police in Weston are asking for the public's help. And let me tell you, spooky season is around the corner. And this sent a shiver down my spine because a masked man was seen on surveillance video walking around and casing a multi-million-dollar property early Sunday morning. I'm talking between the hours of 2 and 4 a.m.
Somebody caught this. This is on a ring?
Yep, this is on a ring. And so now police are asking for other people in the neighborhood to check their ring cameras between 2 and 4 a.m. The homeowner was away during this time.
So this is. Do you have ring cameras?
Yes.
Okay. Do you review them all the time? Is that what people? So this person was away.
It's motion activated.
Yes.
So then they know that something happened.
You will get a notification like there's been movement at the store, outside, whatever, and then I would go and check then.
Yeah.
But if you're looking he looks like Michael Myers. Like that's what's scary to me. Myers.
Yes. With a bike helmet on.
His brother Oscar Mayer.
And Marcella.
Very scary. We can hear from Weston Police Chief Dennis Linen on BZ.
When you look at your video and you see an individual that you don't know and he's masked up and he's on your property for an hour, it's unnerving. I've been doing this for a long time, and yeah, it's creepy. There's no doubt about it.
The homeowner should reach out to the dude who put down the spike strip down and see about booby trapping the yard.
He should put some kind of a moat out there or something like that.
A couple of the bear traps or something. You step in one of those.
I mean, the summer in Weston's got to be theft capital. Everybody's gone. I mean,
I feel like that's also the city. Like everybody goes away.
Yeah.
Which is actually a good thing, I think, at times.
Mm-hmm. But I don't get the number of accidents. I was out in Newton for an appointment yesterday, driving the Pike out, accident, driving home an hour, 3-car crash at 4 o'clock. It was perfectly sunny, no rain, right under the Prue. I don't get it.
Nobody knows how to drive.
Yeah, people cannot drive.
And they're all texting and driving.
That's it. They're doing that, or they're doing some. You can't drive anyways, and now you add texting in there, so it's even worse.
Right. Lexington residents are on edge because there have been 18 recent coyote encounters this summer, with at least 2 dogs having survived attacks. One of those dogs, Chocolate Lab Cooper, is doing okay, but we can hear from Cooper's owner, Leslie Stebbins, on WCVB.
The coyote, for about 15 minutes, was barking in this high-pitched bark, which later, I'm glad I didn't know it at the time, was probably calling in the pack, like, we've got to kill, come on in. And this was to me and my 70-pound lab. So he kept barking this ruh, ruh, like that.
Not the ruh, ruh, like that.
I think
dog of the week.
sounds like.
Calling in the pack. My God. Well, that's what they do is they the coyotes send a female coyote down to lure the prey in.
Oh, wow.
That is often how it's done.
Sounds like Miami.
Right. Well, that sounds like the nude steakhouse.
Yes.
And then they circle and they attack. So it's very scary. Be careful. Obviously, be careful with your dogs.
And be careful for you, because you did have that coyote encounter once.
Yes, I did. Yes, I survived the coyote encounter in the seaport, and it was terrifying, but I was able to muscle up and get through it.
Well, they say that late summer, that's when the coyote pups are of age of learning how to hunt. So that's why they're out and about.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
just be aware of your surroundings.
All right.
Now, you were at the Zach Brown Band concert on Sunday.
Yes.
So you received the free cruise for 2.
Yes.
The people that were at that concert are now looking into it, and they aren't happy.
Oh.
Because it's not exactly free. To put it in Zach Brown Band's words, they can't put their toes in the water, ass in the sand.
Oh.
For free.
For free.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this happens oftentimes when you get a free offer.
Correct. It happened
This-
for Oprah over and over again when she was doing her bit. Those were my favorite shows growing up.
When you get a car, you get a car, and then you get the taxes. So, yeah, this thing is very complicated. I did, you know me, I'm frugal.
Right.
So I did. Zach stands up there and he says, "Hey, I'm buying everybody here a cruise for 2."
Right.
On the Margaritaville cruise line.
Yes.
And everybody's like, "Woo!" And then you have like a text, you got the QR code, and then you have to book it by like October 15th. You have to pay they're saying that you have what people are complaining about, and you should not look a gift horse in the mouth.
Correct.
But you have to pay for the flight. You have to go the night before because the cruise leaves at like 7 a.m.
Yes.
Then you have to get a hotel. And then you have to pay. It's only food. There's no alcohol, gratuity, taxes, etc. So it's going to cost people a considerable amount.
Right.
It's not like Zach is picking up the tab for everything.
Right.
Whoever thought that when he said, "I'm buying you each a free cruise for 2," they thought that included airfare, hotels, like that.
He's not. He says, "I'm buying you. I'm buying you all a cruise." Yeah.
He did.
With stipulations on it.
But
right.
of course.
When I think I'm getting a free cruise, that means I'm getting an all-exclusive room, food, drink. Inclusive room, food, drink.
Yeah,
Maybe I have to get my own way out there. I figure
Why
that.
don't we think backwards? Why don't we say, I arrived at the concert with nothing. I'm leaving with a boat trip in Florida that I have to go to. Should I want to go on it?
But it's not a free. Then don't mention it. Then don't say it's a free
don't
cruise.
go.
But it is.
Don't
It's
go.
not a free cruise.
You're not a victim by somebody offering something for you.
If somebody says to you,
To be fair, the cruise on the boat is free.
Yes.
but if somebody says to you, "I'm giving you a free cruise,"
Yes.
Right.
you're thinking food, lodging,
Right.
drink.
Well, food and lodging are taken care of.
You're thinking the whole shebang.
Right. That's a free cruise.
Right.
Shabuzi.
If you're saying to me, okay, what you need to say is, hey, listen, we're giving away a cruise, but we're only covering.
That doesn't really hit well for Zach.
Well, you know,
you
what-
sound like a Karen, Wiggy.
Yeah.
no,
What if
because it's called
like-
false advertising.
Right?
No,
it's
you're
false.
getting a free
It's
cruise.
false. It's like it's like me saying to you, "Hey, I'm getting you a trip to Hawaii. You just have to get yourself there.
Right.
You just have to."
Right.
No, but
No,
he
no,
didn't say it
You
was
would say,
all-inclusive.
"I'm paying for your stay in Hawaii,"
Right.
which is Zach Brown said, "I got you all a free cruise." If Zach Brown Band stood up there and he said, "Hey guys, free cruise for 2. Except the alcohol, you got to get yourself there. The
Yeah.
hotel the night before," that would kind of take the air out of the sale.
Yeah, I was going to do it. I was going to book it. I was going to do it, but Lindsay does not want to go on a cruise. Like, she has zero interest in cruising.
I have never heard a lie so clearly stated without a sense of any humility.
Can you imagine Greg on a Margaritaville
I was
cruise?
going to go.
I would love to have gone on it. They have a Zach Brown Band bar on the thing.
There's one stipulation. You had to have purchased the tickets you were
Right.
at the concert with.
It's free, but You got to pay for your own alcohol.
Yeah.
Come
Right.
on,
Like,
man.
I mean, what?
But that's not a free cruise.
So you thought you were getting free booze and a free flight and a free
No,
cruise
no,
on
no, no.
top
I
of
didn't.
it?
I didn't say flight.
And a hotel?
No. When
The
I didn't say
booze should have been included.
yes, when I think of free cruise, I'm not talking about flight. Flight is separate. You got to get there yourself. I get that. But when I'm thinking free cruise, if I'm at Zach Brown and I know Mayo was there, but if I'm there and he goes, "Oh, we're getting a free cruise," I'm thinking drinks, food, and the lodging.
Do you think Gerard Mayo took advantage of the free cruise?
Probably did until he found out that he's not getting booze.
Well, he got plenty of booze here.
I would have been like, I would have done the same thing. Wait a second, you're only paying for my food and where I'm sleeping?
Yeah, the alcohol should have been included. You're right.
Right. And I think that's the false advertising.
But the alcohol is so low on the list. I've seen the outrage from people, and it's more like the flights getting there.
Yeah, but see, that's wrong because I get
Right.
that. You know, generally when
You also can drive to Tampa. There's 3 ports: Tampa, Miami, or Palm Beach.
Right.
Generally, when you
no
do,
good deed goes unpunished.
generally when you do those things and you say, "All right, it's a free cruise," people know they have to get there on their own. I agree. A free cruise and then there's no alcohol.
Should we do a suggestion on the text line? Should we do a show cruise like the Greg Hill show?
I'm with it.
I'm out.
I am with it.
Would be.
What about a nude cruise?
I'm with it. They
Because
have
of-
one of
because
those.
because of the nude restaurant.
Well, can
in
you
Florida.
imagine being on a Greg Hill
deal
show
again.
road show cruise?
Yeah.
The amount of dump outs.
Oh, there would be a ton of dump outs.
They
do
Like
a wet T-shirt contest.
free random dump outs.
They have a nude cruise.
That's
So
a-
yes, I think we could do one on the Greg Hill.
And we have jumped the shark.
No, we don't. I mean, I'm all for if you don't want to do nude, as long as it's adult only. I'm cool. with
Imagine
it.
if we did a road show cruise
Oh,
out of
that
the
would be-
harbor and Seaport to Bermuda.
Sure.
That's a
why
straight
not?
shot.
It would be.
That would be spooky season.
Courtney, you have no idea what you're getting yourself into.
No, that would be
You
so
really
scary.
want to? Yeah, like if we go to Bermuda, cool. But what if Caribbean might be better?
Well, it's just a longer trip.
Why not just go to
Hit
England?
a few islands.
Take the QE2.
All right. We are going to take a break, but the rest of the news in 2 minutes, no longer, on the Greg Hill Show next.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same,